San Jose State University Professor Emeritus of Psychology and 86th President of the Western Psychological Association, Bob Pellegrini served terms as San Jose State University Associate Dean for Research, Director of Sponsored Programs, and Psychology Department Chair. He received his BA degree from Clark University, Phi Beta Kappa, and with high honors in psychology. Supported by National Institute for Mental Health Fellowships, he earned his MA and PhD degrees from the University of Denver with clinical and research pre-doctoral internships from the University of Colorado School of Medicine, Children's Asthmatic Research Institute, and National Jewish Hospitals in Denver, followed by National Science Foundation-sponsored postdoctoral study at Stanford University. In addition to awards for his research and scholarly activities, Dr. Pellegrini's commitment to giving San Jose State University students the best introductory course available anywhere at any price has been acknowledged in national, regional, and local outstanding teacher awards, and invited contributions to prestigious educational events such as the Lewis M. Terman Master Lecture Series. As a competitive bodybuilder since the age of 58, he has been a finalist or won his master's class in national qualifier shows such as the San Jose, Fresno, Sacramento, and San Francisco events, and others such as the Santa Cruz Muscle Beach and World Bodybuilding and Fitness Association's Santa Cruz and Mr. America contests. His most recent work in progress is a program he calls Life Construction 101. My name is Terrence Hunter, and it is my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Bob Pellegrini's talk entitled Outstanding Success: Who Achieves It?
I'm going to talk to you today about a program I call Life Construction 101, as it is represented in my 2014 book, Education for the Joy of It. But first, I want to thank Terrence Hunter for introducing this video. As president of Silicon Valley's True Talking Toastmasters, he exemplifies the kind of leadership this generation so desperately needs to surmount the daunting challenges they'll face in a nation beset by pernicious inequality and corruption, undermining every institution in our society. For the music of this video, I want to thank the prodigiously talented Ron Scott, whose work exemplifies the kind of creative energy without which I believe humans cannot save themselves from themselves. Finally, I want to thank Gene Shiota, without whose patient and supremely skilled editorial work this video would never have happened. To begin our consideration of outstanding success and who achieves it, I want to dispel a couple of myths about achievement. And the first of these is the idea that all you have to do is work hard and you'll succeed. Then there's the idea that practice makes perfect. Unqualified, both of these familiar expressions fail what I call the reality test. At worst, they're lies that give people false hope. At best, they're disillusioning half-truths that can lead people to give up on the pursuit of their goals give up on their dreams. Just the hard, cold fact of the matter is that hard work is a necessary, but it's not a sufficient condition for achievement. Lots of people work very, very hard and don't achieve at a level anywhere close to commensurate with their investment of time, money, and energy in what they're doing. The only thing that hard work guarantees is fatigue. And only perfect practice makes perfect. In both my personal life and my professional research, I found that whether it's academics, business, boxing, tennis, powerlifting, bodybuilding, or anything else, those who perform at elite levels don't just work hard at what they do. They work effectively at it. They work smart. You know, as a university professor, I learned how great it feels to watch your students succeed. I also learned how horrible it feels to see them fail. You know, in one of the first courses I ever taught, I remember a student coming up to me after having taken one of my exams and says, you know, Dr. Pellegrini, I studied very hard for that test. I got a D. See, when we take achievement or performance tests, the question isn't how hard did you study, how much did you prepare so that we can give you a grade that's equivalent to that. The question is, how well can you show? How much can you demonstrate how much you've learned? Or how much you've accomplished in preparing for this evaluative event? See, just working hard doesn't guarantee the kind of outcome you're trying to achieve. Doing more of what you've been doing the same way that you've always been doing it, it's more than likely just going to get you more of what you've already got. Better or worse. You know, this is a reality I see every day in the gym with many people who train, they work hard day after day, week after week, month after month, and sadly achieve little or no lasting, visible progress in transforming the image and appearance of their body. This is a subject addressed in the achievement and personal training component of Life Construction 101. We've developed for people of all ages with all kinds of objectives, from just wanting to get in better shape to competitive readiness, and perhaps even maximizing fulfillment of their potential to become and do all the very best that they can be and do. For those watching this video who may not know, the field of sports psychology was invented at San Jose State University in the 1960s and 70s by professors Bruce Ogilvy and Tom Tutko. I've been blessed in many ways in these 75 years of my life. Not the least of which blessings was to have had Bruce and Tommy as my mentors in the earliest days of my career, as they did their pioneering work to identify the psychological characteristics of people who perform at elite levels, people I call the achievers. So, what do we know about the distinguishing traits of achievers? Well, first, they take personal responsibility for their lives. Now, one way to distance ourselves from personal responsibility for unpleasant outcomes in our life is to blame others or unfortunate circumstances for our difficulties. Achievers don't fall prey to such thinking. They take ownership of their life, for better or worse. They seem to understand that the more we attribute the causes of our unhappiness to factors external to us and therefore beyond our control, the less likely we are to engage in the kinds of thought, feeling, and action which can effectively improve our life circumstances. If I believe it's something else and not I that must change before my life gets better, I have handicapped my quest for a better life. As psychologist William Glasser put it, in teaching those of us who were students of his reality therapy method, there are no acceptable excuses for irresponsible conduct, even if they're valid, even if the excuse is justified. Why? Because excuses disable us. Achievers don't make excuses for failing to grow their lives. They focus on what they need to think, feel, and do to get themselves from where they are to where they want to be in life. Then they have what I call failure-proof thinking. Personally, I believe that along with a birth certificate, every newborn member of the human species should be issued a license to fail now and then. Because the road to achievement is almost inevitably paved with failures and mistakes. Thomas Edison is widely quoted as having said, he didn't succeed in producing an incandescent light bulb that worked until he'd succeeded at finding 10,000 ways that didn't work. Achievers don't allow their mistakes to destroy their motivation to achieve. They learn from their mistakes and regard short-term failures as stepping stones on the path to their eventual success. Third is motivational intensity. These people, these achievers, have an unquenchable thirst for self-improvement. They're never content with what they've achieved. Each success experience seems to drive them to further improve themselves and their competence at whatever it is they do, whether it's in neuroscience, real estate sales, or playing a guitar on the MTV. Fourth, they're wide open to mentoring. Achievers understand that the only way they're going to get from where they are to where they want to be in life is with the help of people who've been there. Achievers seek out such people and adopt them as their role models. Then there's what I call time wisdom. Achievers understand that time is a valuable and non-renewable resource. You could lose or squander money, maybe you get it, waste money, maybe you get it back, maybe you don't. But time wasted, time gone, it's gone forever. Achievers don't waste their time. They realize that life is kind of like an old-fashioned taxi cab ride. Whether or not you're moving toward wherever it is you want to go, the meter's still running. Equally crucial to the achiever's profile is stubborn determination. Determined, self-disciplined stamina in pursuit of their goals may be the single most powerfully distinguishing characteristic of achievers. Determined, self-disciplined stamina. These people see life as a race, all right, but they see it as a marathon or a long distance, not just a sprint or a few yards. They are ready to pursue their goals intensely over the long haul. Not just for a few weeks or a few months. To achievers, as the actor Robert Strauss said, achieving success is kind of like wrestling a gorilla. You don't stop when you get tired, you stop when the gorilla gets tired. Finally, they have a creative vision. achievers have a creative vision. Achievers tend to be dreamers. They tend to be dreamers, but they're not just idle daydreamers. Their dreams aren't just empty, wistful fantasies, but they're more like mental images of what they're driven to create. Whether they're sculptors, writers, scientists, or entrepreneurs. Unlike the beauty school dropout in the musical Grease, they have both the dream and the drive. Their dreams are big and bold. And with each taste of success, the dreams get bigger and bolder. It's as if each success fuels the fire of their ambition and their confident determination to do more. No creative endeavor becomes reality without someone first having a vision for it. You know, John Sperling was a professor at San Jose State University, and another of my mentors in the earliest days of my career. John was an enormously creative guy with an irrepressible drive to improve the way we serve our students and run our university, to the point where it became an absolute pain in the neck to the administration. I remember one meeting, the AVP said to me, Sperling, if you think you know so much better than the rest of us how to run a university, why don't you go out and make your own? That's exactly what John did. And in 2011, one of the greatest success stories in the history of American business, he sold that university he made, the University of Phoenix, for $59 million. No creative endeavor becomes reality without someone first having a vision for it. Until next time, thank you for listening, and remember, help each other when you can. Help each other when you can. That's what it's all about.